YouTube, it's your boy, best that ever did it, man. True winner, 6 p.m. If y'all just first time visiting my channel, I just do a lot of college basketball, NBA props on NHL, soccer, WNBA, NFL, CFL, the Canadian Football League. I do a whole bunch of sports. But be sure to leave me a sub, comment, and subscribe. And leave me your top 3 picks in the comments, man. Without further ado, let's cook it up for the Wednesday, January 3rd. College basketball locks / parlay at the end. First off, we're going to start with Howard. Instantly, we're going to be doing a lemon squeeze today because I got a little time crunch, but we're going to be doing a lemon squeeze where I just go through the game rapidly, saying as much info as I can in the shortest amount of time. This is not a full in-depth. We just gotta get right past this. You know what I'm saying? Yale at Howard. Let's go. Yale laying 8 is being bought down. Opened up at 6 and it's been bought up to 8.5 for Howard. Howard 3-1 at the crib. Came off winning against LaSalle, lost to Jackson State and Texas Southern and UC Barbara. You know what I'm saying? Yale, last 4 or 5 games. Win against Santa Clara, lost to Kansas, beat Quinnipiac, and then they lost to Fairfield, laying 17 points. Give me Howard in the points. There's too many points to lay with Yale team. Howard got hoopers. Howard has hoopers, so give me Howard plus the points. South Carolina upstate at UNC Asheville. Short, sweet, and simple. Give me UNC Cashville. This is my boys, UNC Cashville. They've been playing way better as of late. 10 points looks like a lot, but I know they could get this 10-point spread covered. Give me the UNC Asheville Bulldogs minus the 10.5. You know what I'm saying? They laying this 10, 13 points against South Carolina State. They didn't cover. They covered against Kennesaw. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a good Wofford team, Western Kentucky. This is a good program, man. South Carolina State, they're not on business like that, man. They're not on business. Give me UNC Asheville on the money line. Even all that Providence is 11-2, 10-0 at the crib. 10-0 at the crib. 10-0 at the crib. They beat a great Marquette team. They lost to the Oklahoma boys, Sooners. That's a great loss. And then they beat Butler in OT. At neutral venue, they got a win over Georgia. And they couldn't beat off Kansas State, but they did beat Wisconsin. And it's a good Columbia team. Only lost 2 losses is what? Kansas State by 3 and Oklahoma. But their worst loss. Seton Hall coming in this one. 20-point loss against Xavier. On the road. On the road, they beat Mizzou. On the road, they lost by 18 to Baylor, and they lost to Iowa and USC on neutral venues. Rutgers is not a good team. They lost by 7 at Rutgers at the crib. Give me Providence all day, lay the spread. I'll take the points with Providence. I like the 6. That's a good number. It's right on the money. They're going to win by 8. George Mason and LaSalle. Give me George Mason. George Mason beat Tulane. George Mason is on that. You know what I'm saying? They only lost to Tennessee and fucking Charlotte. That was a terrible loss. But you know what I'm saying? It happens to the best of us. They beat Austin Peay, Monmouth. They beat all the teams they got to beat up on. ECU, LaSalle, they got 4 losses under their belt. Took a head scratcher to Howard. That's why I said Howard could. You know what I'm saying? They lost to Miami. That's not bad. And they lost to Temple and Duke. You know what I'm saying? They only beat Southern Indiana, Screaming Eagles, by fucking 1 point. Give me George Mason. That's a lock. Give me George Mason. That's a lock. Longwood, Winthrop. Longwood haven't really played nobody. When they do step up in competition, as you can see, they played UMass. They lost to St. Bonaventure the first game of the year by 4. Covered the spread. UMass, North Carolina Central, Delaware State. They had trouble beating, laying 14 points. Had to go to overtime to get it done. They only won by 2. Beat Lamar. App State is their best win of the year. Maybe Milwaukee, you could come, maybe, but I think App State is the best win of the year. They demolished them boys by 50. You know what I'm saying? Oh, this is not even App State. This is a Princeton school. That's a Division II school. I'm about to say, I know App State ain't getting 50. Yeah, so Milwaukee is their best win of the season. And then they played this North Carolina Central team twice, split the fucking series. I don't like teams that split series with like subpar teams. Winthrop, on the other hand, they have played a tougher schedule. Played Southern Carolina, lost by 10, covered. Florida State lost by only 6, covered. Beat Little Rock, beat Queens, beat Coastal Carolina by 3. Beat Elon, lost to these boys in Georgia. And they lost to Drexel. 3 bigger schools that you probably should lose to: Xavier, South Carolina, and then Drexel in Georgia. Man, this is a tough one, man. I just feel like Winthrop is going to pull it off for some reason. Give me Winthrop on the money line. Crib. Next up, we got High Point at Radford. Give me my boys High Point. Even though they won 3 on the road, this is the better team to me. They beat the Western Carolina team that's 11-2 right now. They beat them by 26. That's what I'm talking about, like belt to ass. That's belt to ass. There's nothing else you could say about that. That's straight belt to ass. They did lose at Queens. That was a bad loss. Offshore overtime. That was a good win for Offshore. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they're beating up on the team that they should beat up on. Covered the 8-point spread against Georgia. Beat UNC Greensboro, who I'm really high on. Radford have been playing good as well. 5-0 at the crib. Beat Western Virginia. We were on Radford in this game, and it came through straight money line. They played Bucknell, North Carolina Central, VMI, Elon, Morgan State. Old Dominion was a loss. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not playing nobody. They're not playing nobody. You know what I'm saying? That shit is fucking. They're overrated. Give me High Point on the money line. Upset. Presbyterian, that's all I'm saying. Now, Presbyterian is a better team. You know this. 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 Presbyterian got off to the hot start in the year. 4-0. Beat Vanderbilt at their crib. And North Florida. You know what I'm saying? The Citadel as well at the crib. Citadel is a pretty formidable team this year. Northwestern beat them boys. They lost to Maine in the neutral venue. Maine is not a pushover. Tennessee Tech overtime. That's a good loss. Elon, that's a good loss by 3. Elon is decent. ESO, like halfway good. VMI, they should beat them by more than 4 points. VMI suck, and they lost to FAMU. Played Kennesaw in a high scoring game. Lost to Wake Forest and Furman. You know what I'm saying? That's Presbyterian. Charleston Southern. Now look at what Charleston Southern has been doing. They won against 2 Division II schools. Lost the same against North Florida team that Presbyterian beat. Lost by 11. Same Citadel team that this team beat as well. Lost by damn near 30. 29-point loss. Same Wake Forest team that these boys played. Lost bad. They kept it a good game against South Carolina. Couldn't get close to fucking Northern Alabama. And the only Division I win is against North Alabama. South Carolina State, my bad. South Carolina State is their only D1 win, and they're laying points. Get the fuck out of here, dude. It's a pick 'em. Fuck out of here. Give me Presbyterian minus the points. That's a lock. I'll buy the points up Presbyterian up to 7. I think they win by 7. Rutgers at Ohio State. Give me Ohio State. Rutgers is nobody. Rutgers is damn near a doormat on the road. You know what I'm saying? Look at what they doing out here against Stonehill. Laying 26 points. They almost lost. You know what I'm saying? That shit dead. Give me Ohio State minus the 8.5. Western Carolina at the Citadel. Man, this is a good ass game, y'all. Cause I'm big high on this Western Carolina team. Beat Vanderbilt, beat UNC Asheville, lost to High Point by 26, lost to Gardner Webb, Middle Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? These are all wins. They only lost to them High Point and Gardner Webb. Citadel, on the other hand, played the same Notre Dame team, beat them by 20. Lost to Campbell on the road. Lost to Campbell. You know what I'm saying? Lost to this Presbyterian team. Played in Idaho State to a 1-point game. We only put up 13 in the first half. You putting up 13 points in the first half against Idaho State? That shit's ugly. Give me these boys in Western Carolina to get the job done. Next up, we got UNC Greensboro, Furman. Give me UNC Greensboro, money line. Furman just came off a Division II loss. There's no reason you should be losing to Division II schools if you're Furman. Give me them boys, UNC Greensboro. VMI at Wofford, and I'm going to have to go with Wofford minus the 15. 0-6 is VMI on the road. 4-0 is Wofford. Give me my boys Wofford later 15. They might win them boys by 30. Mercer at ETSU. Give me my boys ETSU at the crib. 5-0 at the road. And Mercer's 1-3 on the road. Mercer's been doing their damage at home. These niggas just beat East Carolina by 16. Tennessee Tech by 1. Jacksonville State by 2. And this nice Kansas City team. Got Davidson win. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go ETSU in a game like this. Mercer ain't no shit right now, man. They beat Queens, Florida Gulf Coast, Georgia State. Only road win against Chicago State. Couldn't be Moorhead. Couldn't be Western Michigan. Only beat Tennessee State by 1. That's like you just playing with fire if you think Mercer gonna win on the road. Give me ETSU money line. Duquesne at Massachusetts. UMass. And give me Duquesne in this one. Pick them. Everybody high on this damn UMass team. I am too, but look who they played. You know what I'm saying? They ain't really played nobody. Albany, Quinnipiac, lost to Harvard, South Florida, Connecticut State, Georgia Tech. That was a good game for them. Old Dominion, Siena, and Portland. You know what I'm saying? The last 3 games. Duquesne coming in this one, their last 3 games. They lost to Santa Clara, beat Bradley by 2, beats St. Peter's, and beat Marshall. Beat UC Irving. You know what I'm saying? Lost by 3 to Princeton. They got a good win against College of Charleston. I got the over in this game. Give me the over. And I like Duquesne. Moneyline. St. Joe's at Rhode Island. Give me my boy St. Joe's all day long. St. Joe's. Moneyline. Loyola, Illinois at St. Louis. Give me my boys Illinois. They've been playing way better as of late. This is one of the worst Loyola, Illinois teams I've fucking seen in a minute. But same could be said about the St. Louis team. I've seen these boys slew play, and they just really bad. You know what I'm saying? They missing point blank layups, like shit like that, man. There's no way you should be getting beat by SIU. 62 to 101. Give me Loyola, Illinois. I think we got that number. Next up, Dayton at Davidson. Give me Dayton. Davidson is a faulty 10-3. You know what I'm saying? A little overrated 10-3. They had struggles with this motherfucking Carolina State. struggle with ETSU, and then they only got a good win against this Maryland team, about 3. That's their best win of the season. And they just won against Ohio on the dream. But we wrong Davidson in that game. You know what I'm saying? I know when Davidson fall flat. Davidson got too many strong motherfuckers that's going to out rebound them. This Dayton team played Houston, and it was a damn near a good game for the first half. Beat St. John's, beat LSU, lost to Northwestern. And they got a good Cincinnati win. Give me Dayton on the money line. Fordham at George Washington. Give me Fordham. George Washington ain't played nobody all year. That's a faulty 11 too. It looks way better than it really is. You know what I'm saying? Give me Fordham. Chicago State at Oklahoma. Give me my boys Oklahoma State. Give me Oklahoma State minus the spread. Boston University at Navy. And Navy is weak. Boston is weak too. The boys lost to Dartmouth. The boys on that. You know what I'm saying? They really suck. Lost to Albany by 14. They got a good win against Bryant. Yeah, these boys ain't on shit. Sacred Heart, Wagner, that's the only wins they got in Merrimack. Navy coming in, beat the damn William and Mary Trap. Almost beat George Washington. Lost to Quinnipiac by 3. Give me Boston University on the upset. I'm not falling for this Navy team. Give me Boston University on the money line. Lehigh American. Lehigh that has won the last 4 meetings between these two. American is the better team. So I gotta go with American next one. Snap the 4-game losing streak against these Lehigh boys. Lehigh just got a outright win against Marist in the last game. That's about it. This team, they only beat Mount St. Mary's, lost to SFPA, lost to St. Joe's, beat VMI, who everybody can beat, and beat UNBC. Lehigh is 3-8. They only wins come off of a Marist win. And then the same SFPA team they lost. UNBC they couldn't beat. American beat this team. You know what I'm saying? And it's only Division II wins besides Marist in the last 8 games. They only got 1 division wins in the last 8 games. Give me American at the crib. American money line. Next up we got Army and Lafayette. I like the under. Give me the under in Army. On the real, Lafayette should not be the favorite against nobody. Give me the Army and Lafayette to go under, and give me the Army on the money line. Next up, Loyola Maryland, Colgate. Colgate in this joint, 3-1 at the crib. This is their first home game in a long time. Last time we seen them at the crib, besides Division II, we seen them beat Binghamton by 35. Lost to Harvard only by 6, and they beat Brown by 2. You know what I'm saying? Give me Colgate. This 2-11 team is really like that. Like they're really, really bad. Really, really bad. I gotta go with my boys. Colgate to lay the big number. Holy Cross at Bucknell. Give me Holy Cross plus the points. Both teams 3-10. Gotta go with Holy Cross. They've been dominating the last 3 meetings. If it's a pick 'em, if it's 7 points, 6 points, when it's both teams 3-10, give me the points with the underdog. Evansville at Indiana State, and I gotta go with Evansville plus the points. I know I fuck with them. Sycamore is hard. Indiana State is real, but I don't think covering against NIU, Southern Indiana. You know what I'm saying? They beat SIU, Edwardsville. Bad though, this Edward. No, this is SIU. This the Lukey's. They beat them boys bad. All 3 neutral site games, victories. You know what I'm saying? These boys been playing their ass off. Evansville, when they come into a step up road spot like Cincinnati, lost. Lost by fucking 18. At Missouri State, lost by 12. And then on the road against Chattanooga, they ass took them to OT. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Indiana State. And lay the big number actually. Let me get the big number of Indiana State. Louisville at Virginia. Virginia coming off that upset loss. They return home against a dumb-ass team like Louisville, who lost to DePaul. Give me Virginia minus the 15. This is a good bounce-back spot for Virginia. Give me Virginia minus the 15. Georgia Tech at Florida State. Georgia Tech 8-3. Florida State 6-6. And Georgia Tech is the underdog. They coming off 8-point loss against Nevada. Beat UMass. Beat Penn State by 1 in OT. Beat Duke. And then they lost to Cincinnati on the road. Wow, damn near 30. You know what I'm saying? Bad loss. I kind of know what to expect from Georgia Tech. Florida State just lost to Lipscomb. You know what I'm saying? Winthrop just beat them by 6. They lost to SMU and South Florida on a neutral venue. Georgia, UNC, and Florida. This is a good team though when you're going against some weaker teams. Georgia Tech is not a weaker team. Give me the Georgia points with Georgia Tech. I might see some sprinkle on the money line with Georgia Tech. Next up, Chattanooga at Samford. Samford is one of them 11-2 teams. I like Chattanooga is a little bit here. 8-5. They couldn't hang in there with Auburn. We already knew that. We took Auburn on fucking 21 points. Milwaukee, that was a great game for Chattanooga. But I'm more disappointed about that Moorhead game. They should have stayed more into that game. They lost by 7. Evansville beat them in OT. But yeah, Chattanooga's beat Louisville by 10. I know Virginia beat them by 15. Samford 11-2. At the crib beat Belmont. UL, Lafayette, Merrimack, playing all the doormats, ncaab. You know what I'm saying? Lost to the two games where they had to go up from competition. They lost. I just think they haven't played a lot of strong competition this year. It's a little bit more closer than the numbers suggest. Give me Samford on the money line. I think Chattanooga covers. Marshall at ULM. Give me Marshall on the money line. Eastern Washington at South Dakota. Give me my boys. Eastern Washington on the money line. South Dakota's alright. You know what I'm saying? They losing to Nebraska, Omaha by 16. San Diego. Wow, you lost to Cal Bakersfield. They lost to Cal Bakersfield by 20. Give me my boys Eastern Washington. You know what I'm saying? Eastern Washington playing a little bit better. They still having a down year, but Eastern Washington a little bit better now. Clemson at Florida. Give me Clemson. Miami, Florida, Wooga Poplar and the boys. We just played them last game. They get their number. They did their shit. We took them last game against North Florida. And you know what I'm saying? We see when they go against LaSalle, they couldn't cover the spread. LaSalle hanged in there with them boys. Couldn't beat Colorado. Can't beat Kentucky. Didn't cover the spread in Notre Dame. FIU out of all teams hung with you. Give me Clemson on the money line, dog. Clemson money line. Montana at North Dakota State. I'm gonna side with Montana. They only lost in the last 5 games to Weber. And Weber State was, man, they were on money that night. North Dakota State only win is Portland in the Division One. Lost to the South Dakota team. That's how they got Illinois State. Give me Montana money line lock. Bradley at Valpo. Give me Bradley on the money line first half. North Colorado. Give me North Colorado on the money line first half. North Dakota's 8-7. They last win came against Utah Tech. Lost by 25 to St. Thomas. Lost by 19 South Dakota State. Couldn't beat Portland. Couldn't beat UC Riverside. Or Cal State Fullerton. Give me University of Northern Colorado. NAU at Nebraska Omaha. Give me Nebraska Omaha at the crib. At the crib, they've been playing a little bit better. Beat Stetson. Couldn't get it done against Denver. We were on Denver in that one. Couldn't beat Corpus Christi. That's a terrible loss. And you couldn't beat Lindenwood. Yeah. This is an ugly game. NAU, looking at these boys. Beat Southern Utah by 2. Beat Incarnate Word by 1. You know what? Let me get NAU. Let me go with NAU. I'm going to go with NAU on a controversial pick. Give me NAU on the money line. I was feeling Nebraska, but nah, not after I seen you not beating Lindenwood, you not beating Notre Dame, Arizona. Give me NAU. Next up, Xavier at Villanova. Villanova land 9. Villanova is land 9. They beat UCLA, beat Creighton, as a 9-point underdog. Took Kansas State to OT, almost won. Lost to Drexel, lost to St. Joe's, beat Memphis by 16. Beat UNC and Texas Tech and Maryland. You know what I'm saying? Xavier is my school. I fuck with Xavier heavy. But they lost to St. John's in a step-up spot on the road. Couldn't beat Delaware. Couldn't beat Oklahoma at home, laying 16. You know what I'm saying? Washington and Purdue is excused. They got a great win against St. Mary's. Yeah, this Delaware loss and this damn St. John's on the road. It's just gonna, man, I know what Villanova do at home. Give me Villanova on the money line. I might lay the number with Villanova. St. Bonnie's at VCU. St. Bonnie's St. Bonnie's the underdog, 9-3. Beat Akron. I know I was on Akron in that game. We took a tough one-point loss. They only lost in the last 8 games. Is to only FAU. Then they lost to Auburn by 17. The Oklahoma State lost to Canisius by 3. Playing very good basketball. VCU got 5 losses on their belt. Gardner Webb, UMass, Alcorn, Temple is all their last 4 wins. Nobody's. Gardner Webb is probably the best win out of the last 4. Couldn't beat Norfolk at home. You're not going to beat Memphis. That was a great game, though. Took them to overtime. And he lost to McNeese pretty decisively. You know what I'm saying? As an 11-point favorite. Give me my boys in St. Bonaventure. St. Bonnie's coming out to play today. Next up, Rice at Tulane. Give me Tulane on the money line and an over. UNI at Missouri State. Give me Missouri State on the house. You know what I'm saying? UNI is 1-4 on the road. Yes, they kept it close with UNC earlier in the year. Yes, they played Toledo good. But you know what I'm saying? When they play Evansville, Belmont at home, USF, and North Texas, you know what I'm saying? They couldn't really beat nobody except for NIU on the road. Give me Missouri State on the money line. St. Thomas, Minnesota at Idaho. You already know, man. I'm going with my boys. St. Thomas, Idaho coming in as some losers against Portland State. He was on Portland State. Barely beat that Sacramento State team. Terrible loss against UC Riverside. Give me my boy St. Thomas. We've been riding St. Thomas. No reason to hop off of him right now. South Dakota State at Weber. It's opened up at 7. It's been brought down to 5.5 for a good reason. Weber have been hooping. On a 4-game win streak. Montana State, Montana, and Wyoming. Couldn't beat Nevada. Beat Cal Poly. Couldn't beat for Utah Valley. And they lost a close game against Colgate. South Dakota coming in this one. Beat North Dakota. Couldn't beat Norfolk. Couldn't beat the same Wyoming team. But they beat Wichita State on a neutral venue. And Towson on a neutral venue. Lost to Kent State. Hung in there with GMU. And this Western Carolina team. This Kansas State team they couldn't beat Akron. Give me South Dakota State plus the points, but I like Weber to win. Kansas City just lost against St. Thomas bad. Beat Oral Roberts by 17. Lost to ETSU by 13. Bowling Green by 10. Beat Lindenwood by 5. Couldn't beat Brown or Middle Tennessee. Now look. Sacramento State. They last 2 wins came to UC Davis and Bethesda, a Division II school. Before that, they have no Division I wins this year. Only Division I win against UC Davis. I'm gonna go with Kansas City. Give me Kansas City on the money line. They're really 1 in, you know what I'm saying, 1 in 10 without Division II wins. 1 in 10 is Sacramento State. Give me Kansas City all day. Indiana and Nebraska. Give me my boys in Nebraska at home. I seen Indiana step up. They can't step up. Man, they beat this Kansas State team and Michigan State. They ain't playing right now. They're not playing right now. Creighton, they couldn't beat. Minnesota, they couldn't beat. But everybody else, smashing their ass. Stony Brook, smash. Oregon State, smash. Duquesne, smash. You know what I'm saying? I like Indiana too, though, but look when Indiana step up. Kansas, that was a great game. They stepped up and they hung tough with Kansas, I can't lie. But before that, Auburn, no, nothing not going so. UConn, no, nothing not going so. And even land 9 points to Louisville, they won by 8. Florida Gulf Coast land 14, they won by fucking 6. Land 26 against the Army, they won by 8. Only beat Moorhead by 1. Moorhead almost bust their ass. Give me Nebraska in a tough environment. Give me the Cornhuskers. Next up, we got Notre Dame at home versus NC State. Give me NC State on the money line, short, sweet, and simple. Stanford at UCLA. Give me Stanford coming off that big Arizona win. UCLA, no bodies. You know what I'm saying? They losing to CSUN decisively. They lost to UC. They lost to them. boys at Marquette. You know what I'm saying? They ain't really beat nobody. Lost to Gonzaga. They damn near lost to UC Riverside. And they lost to Villanova, Ohio State. Give me Stanford plus the points. I think it's a close game. Or Roberts at Montana State. Montana State did take a loss against the Division II school by 8 points. RMG bust their ass at their crib too. I'm not fucking with Montana State. Give me Oral Roberts all day long. Oral Roberts beat Denver in OT. Took a bad loss against Kansas City. Texas Tech, Oklahoma State, excusable. Beat Tulsa at the crib when it mattered. They played a way tougher schedule than Montana State. They played Kansas State, Texas A&M, Oklahoma State, Texas Tech. You know what I'm saying? And Missouri State. Give me my boys who battle tested Oral Roberts. They're not losing to RMG. I will say that Denver in the night slate. Give me Denver at the crib. Denver's way better. I like Denver University. Give me Denver on the money line first half. California at Southern USC. Give me USC on this one. I know how bad California is. I had UC San Diego against California. California was up 40 something to 20. They damn near was 20 point margin at halftime. They let UC San Diego come back by 4. USC is out of their tax bracket. Give me USC minus the 7. Fresno State at San Diego State. Give me San Diego State on the money line. That's how we're going to end the night off. Lemon squeeze. Be sure to leave me a like, comment your top 3 picks. For the parlay, we're going to hit 4 locks. Give me USC money line first half. Give me Kansas City money line first half. Give me North Carolina State money line first half. And St. Bonaventure's on the money line plus money for that first half. Or a full game. And for the early slate, we're going to get a 4-leg cooking for the early slate. Give me 4 of them on the money line. Western Carolina. UNC Greensboro. Man, it's between High Point and George Mason. Give me High Point. Give me High Point and Providence. You could add High Point and Providence for a 5-team. Straight locks. Let's smash the book today, y'all. Put these tickets in. Let's kill them. And until next time, let's go.